Hello friends, welcome to Coding Host YouTube channel. In this video, I will explain you program for decimal, binary and octal conversions in Java. If you have seen my previous videos of program 27 and 28, you will know that how to convert decimal to binary, binary to decimal, decimal to octal and octal to decimal. Let's see how we can convert binary to octal and octal to binary. So in binary to octal and octal to binary, we cannot do it directly because when we are doing binary to octal conversions, first we have to convert binary to decimal and then decimal to octal, and same we have to do here. First we have to do octal to decimal and then decimal to binary. Let's take an example that I have a octal number which is 144, and it is actually the decimal conversion of 100. So if I convert this octal number 144 into a binary number, then I will get 2101248, which is wrong because binary number of 100 is 1100. So it is the actual output we should get. Let's take another example that I have a binary number which is the binary of 100, which is 1100 and 100. And if I try to convert this binary number into a octal number, so instead of getting 144, we will get 408, and it is the wrong output. So to get correct output, first we have to convert binary to decimal and then decimal to octal, and same here, octal to decimal and decimal to binary. So I will write one program which can do all these six type of conversions. So let's see. So in the program, first I will import scanner because I want to take input from user. So import java.util.scanner, and then we have to make object of this scanner class. So I will write scanner as equal to new scanner and then system dot in. After that I will take a variable int n to take the source number from the user. So int n equal to sc dot next int, and after that I will take another variable int base1 to take input of the base of the source number. So int b1 equal to sc dot next int, and after that we also have to take the input of base of the destination number. So int base2 equal to sc dot next int. After that I will make a static method which will take all these values and it will return the destination number after conversion. So if you don't know what is a static method, you can see my video of program 18 in my Java program playlist. So outside the main method, I will make a method public static int num, and in this method we have to take some parameters to take these numbers and base1 and base2. So int n, int base1 and int base2, and inside this num method I will take variables int d equal to 0. So in this variable I will store our destination number. After that I will take a variable int a equal to 1, and then I will take a while loop while n not equal to 0, and in this I will write int r equal to n modulus b2 and d equal to d plus r into a, and n equal to n slash b2 and a equal to a into base 1, and after that I will write a return statement, return d. So it will return our destination number. In the main method I will take if else statement. If base 1 is equal to 8 and base 2 equal to 2, or base 1 equal to 2 and base 2 equal to 8, after that I will take them inside another bracket. So in this I will write, so we know that if we are converting a octal number to binary or a binary to octal number, first we have to convert our number to decimal and then decimal to the next base. So I will take a variable int decimal, int dec equal to num, and in this I will pass an variable base 1 and then 10 to make it first a decimal number, and after that I will take a variable int d equal to num, and in this I will pass dec and its base is 10 and base 2, and after that we will print our d variable. So in this I will pass d, and in the else part I will write int m equal to num, and in this I will pass n base 1 and base 2, and after that we will print our m variable. So in this I will pass m. So let's run this program. So if I enter a octal number 144 and its base is 8 and destination number base is 2, because we want to convert this octal number into a binary number, so we are getting 1100 If I run this program again, now I will enter 1100 which is a binary number and its base is 2, and we want to convert it into a octal number, so I will enter 8, and after that I will press enter. So now we are getting 144, so our output is correct. Now if I enter 100 and its base is 10 and we want to convert it into a octal number, so I will enter 8, so we are getting 144. Or if I run the program again, and now I will enter 100 and its base is 10 and we want to convert it into a binary number, so I will enter 2. So now we are getting 1100. Let's see how this program is working. So in the program I have taken a int n variable. So I want to do octal to binary conversion. So in the n variable I will enter 144 and its base is 8, which is the base of our source number, and in the base 2 variable, so the destination base I will enter 2. After that I have taken if else statements. If base 1 equal to 8 and base 2 equal to 2, and I have taken or base 1 equal to 2 and base 2 equal to 8. So if both these two conditions are true, or if both these two conditions are true, then our if statement condition will become true and it will execute the code inside it. So we can see that base 1 variable we have 8 and in the base 2 variable we have 2. So base 1 is 8 and base 2 is 2, so our this condition is true and we get inside our if statement, so it will execute int dec equal to num, and in this I have passed and base 1 and 10, so it will call the num method which is here, and in this we are passing our n variable base 1 variable, and after that I am passing 10, because first we have to convert our source number into a decimal number. So 10 and it's base 1, so base 1 is 8 and then base 2 which is 10, so it will go here base 2. I have explained the working of this while loop and these statements. in my previous videos of program 27 and 28, so you can check from here. So when we pass these values in the num method, int n which is 144, int base 1 which is 8, and base 2 which is 10, so it will return us the decimal number of octal, and we get 100 back here. And after that I will storing that 100 in this int dc variable. So in the dc variable we have 100. After that I have taken another variable int d equal to num, and in this I have passed dc 10 and base 2. So now we have converted our octal number to decimal. Now we can convert it into binary. So I will pass our decimal number in the num method, and its base and the base of the destination number, so base 2 which is 2, and then it will go here and it will return us the binary number, and we get 11 00 and 100 which is the binary of 100. I will store it in the d variable. So in the d variable we will get this binary number, and after that I will print this d variable output. We get 1100100. Another example, that in the n variable I will enter binary number 1100 and 100, and its base is 2 and the destination base is 8, because we want to binary number into a octal number. So in the if statement it will check that base 1 equal to 2 and base 2 equal to 8. So our condition is true, and it will execute int dc equal to num. So it will call the num method in which it will pass n variable, base 1 and 10, because first we have to convert the source number into decimal number. So it will go here and it will return us the decimal number of 11000100. So we get 100 here, and I will store that number in the int dec variable. So in the decimal variable we get 100, and then I will execute int d equal to num, and then in this method I will pass decimal number, and its base is 10 and the destination number base is 8, because now we can convert this decimal number into the octal number. So now it will go here and it will return us the octal number of 100, and here we get 144, and I will store it in the d variable. So in the d variable we get 144, and after that we will print the d variable and we get 144 in the output. And in the rest of the conversions, like binary to decimal and decimal to binary, binary to octal and octal to binary, so in that case this else statement will execute and it will correctly convert our number and it will print the output. So this is how we can write a program for decimal, binary and octal conversions in Java. Thank you.